Hey everyone, it's Jason Dunn here from Windows Phone Thoughts. What is Windows Phone Thoughts? Well, Pocket PC Thoughts and Smartphone Thoughts have merged together, and the new site name is Windows Phone Thoughts. So, as you might imagine, we look at Windows phones and Windows mobile devices on Windows Phone Thoughts. What we have in front of us here today is the HTC HD2. So, the HTC HD was a really popular device in Europe in terms of press coverage and lots of excitement because it had some really beautiful hardware. But the HD never actually made it over to North American shores, so I never actually owned one, didn't really get a whole lot of experience with it. The HD2 is the successor to that phone, and this is what I have right in front of me here. Now, I will say that this is an unboxing and first impressions video, but I've already been using this phone for a couple of weeks now, so this is a bit of a fake job. I want to show you guys what's in the box, but this is not actually the final packaging, so I'm going to get through this part pretty quickly. So here's the device itself. Actually, it's strangely difficult to get out of this package. Yeah, so awkward. Oh, HTC, why did you do this? Okay, there we go. So here is the device. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous device. It's very slender. It has beautiful, beautiful hardware design, and it has some really impressive stuff under the hood. We're going to set it aside for just one quick second. I'll show you what comes in the box. Nothing too terribly exciting. We have a leather slipcase. We have a really nice and slender charging unit. So as you can see, this one is meant for North American use, but of course this part pops out so it can be used with other adapters in other parts of the world, and it of course charges over USB. You have a sync and charge USB cable that just simply plugs into the bottom. Now, this is a micro USB port, and as you can see here on the bottom of the device, it has a micro USB port. So that's pretty good. That seems to be the new standard for devices. Pretty standard, headphones here, and we have a couple headphone covers. So that's about it for what's in the box. Like I said, nothing terribly exciting. The really exciting part is this device. This device is just, it's amazing. I've been using it now for, like I said, a few weeks now, and it really, really, really has impressed me. One of the things that impressed me about it is the initial kind of setup experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pause the camera right now. I'm going to do a hard reset on this phone, and then I want to actually show you what it's like to set up the phone kind of from scratch, because HTC has done some really, really innovative things to make the setup, frankly, superior to any other Windows mobile device I've ever used. So hold on for just one second. Alright, so I've just done a hard reset on the device, so essentially I've wiped out the entire memory. This is running the latest ROM update from HTC as of today that I'm shooting this video, which is December the 7th. And right now it's booting up. Now, I'll rattle off some of the specs while we're sort of waiting for this process to complete. As you can tell, it's quite slender. It is only 0.43 inches thick, or thin rather. It is that's only 11 millimeters. So it's, yeah, really, really slender. It feels really good in the hand. Now it is 2.64 inches going this way, which is 67 millimeters, and it's an amazing 4.74 inches, 120.5 millimeters tall. And as you can probably already tell, this is a honkin' huge screen. So this is a 4.3 inch screen, and it is a capacitive touch screen, and that's really important because most Windows mobile phones traditionally have been resistive. Capacitive is a touch screen technology that is not compatible with styluses. So there is in fact no stylus on this device, which is obviously a radical change from any Windows mobile device before it. So there's no stylus. Capacitive is the same technology that the iPod Touch uses, the iPhone, and a bunch of other devices out there. And frankly, most people feel that it is more sensitive and it is more appropriate for finger-friendly use. So yeah, 4.3. The resolution is 480 pixels by 800 pixels tall. So it is a honking high-res device. I mean, it's just fantastic, fantastic quality. And like I said, it's 4.3 inches. So that is, as far as I know, that is one of the biggest phones on the market. It easily dwarfs the screen size of the iPhone, the iPod Touch, and every other Windows mobile device out there. So I'm going to just move my camera here a little bit. I'm going to zoom in. And the reason why is that I want to actually show you how this setup process works. So what we have here is we have the device, and I already have a SIM card in there. Now the device is smart enough from HTC's sort of special sauce to automatically detect multiple networks based on the SIM card that I have in here. So I'm up in Canada, and this is I'm on Rogers. So I'm going to just click next on Rogers. So what it's doing is it's actually pre-configuring the device with all the settings that I need to get internet access on Rogers. Now that's fantastic. Every other Windows Mobile device I've used, I have to go through sort of the painful process of manually configuring the internet access point and putting in username and password, all that other stuff. HTC's software takes care of all of that. So this is the on-screen keyboard. I'm going to go through that a little bit later. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and click on skip. It automatically detects Wi-Fi networks. So I'm going to click on OK. And you're going to see here that it's actually going to detect any of the networks that are within range. So Dojo Secure is actually my network there. You can see it has high signal strength. So this is a really easy way, to get online at home and get higher speeds. I'm going to click on Next for right now. Gives us a terms of service for Google locations. I'm going to click on agree. It gives us this nice little wizard here to set up some different accounts for Outlook, Google Mail, AOL Mail, and other email accounts. I'm going to click on skip for right now. And this one is really important. So this is for setting up your social networks. HTC Sense. So as you can see here, it's with HTC Sense. HTC Sense is the special user interface that HTC has created for Windows Mobile and also for their Android phones. And HTC Sense has it's also known as TouchFlow 3D. It kind of goes by both names. There's a bit of dispute in the industry about what it's really and truly called. It's TouchFlow 3D, but it's also HTC Sense. But this version of HTC Sense is not identical to the Android version, so we'll call this HTC Sense for Windows Mobile to keep things as confusing as possible. Now, you can automatically set up your Facebook account, YouTube, and Twitter, and there's actually a built-in Twitter account on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just pause the camera for a second. I'm going to fill in all of my information here, and then we'll come back and I'll be able to show you a little bit more about the software once this info has been added in.